There they are on the rostrum, winners of the A final after very hard weekends racing, and we still have the K final to bring you for the somewhat faster karts. And in fact, there we are, they're on the grid already, Formula K, all these drivers 18 years old and upwards. Drivers who've graduated from Formula A, you can only get into K having raced in A, and of course the step after Formula K is usually straight into Formula Ford, Formula 3 or whatever national championship in motorsport await you. And the race is on already. And streaming into the first lap. Ludovic Bites from France. We're looking at Bites. From Gianluca Beggio. They're still on the warm-up lap, I think. Yellow flag's out at the moment. There's a problem there. That's number 48. He's broken down the edge of the track. That's Japanese Takahashi, Yoshi Takahashi, and the race is now on, definitely on. And straight into the lead, great big battle there, both between our leader, Gianluca Beggio from Italy, from Milan, Kali Rotax, and quite a lot of carts off there, a lot of banging and crashing. Number of people tangled up there, they're getting the carts back on the circuit, there's some very bent looking wheels there. I think they're definitely out of the race. So at the moment, it's Beggio from Rytabris, Milton Rytabris from Sweden, he's from Groningen. There's our leader, number 39, Gianluca Beggio from Milton Rytabris. From number 44, Jason Watt from Denmark, from Copenhagen. These are the Formula K karts, they're quicker as we told you, 110, 115 miles per hour at the end of these straights. More power, 20,000 RPM, 28 horsepower, a 32mm restrictor on the carburetor against the 24mm restrictor of the Formula A karts. Same weight though, but bigger tires, 6-inch tires are allowed on these karts, that's against the 5 inches. Another kart stopped on the side of the track there, but for the moment we're looking at Gianluca Beggio of Italy, from Milton Rytabris of Sweden. Jason Watt out there, that is Watt, we've just been talking about him, from Denmark, the Copenhagen driver, 22 years old. He's out of the race, he's in the barriers, and his position will be taken over by Eric Scheidler from Germany, from Ottenbach, also 22 years old, driving a CRG. Behind him, Ludovic Bites of France. Bites, who driving number 31. Finished 6th in the first race this afternoon. He dropped back just after the start. He's coming back now to 6th place. Into 3rd place, sorry, in this race. Not much lead changing at the front. I think Beggio is making a very big lead for himself. This is the group battling over 3rd place at the moment. Bites from Eric Seidler. Huge change. Seidler just goes through. Bites comes through on the inside and takes through with him number 3 there. Number 2 rather, it's number 2 we see going through, Alessandro Manetti of Italy. Very, very close, all climbing over each other, swapping places, but these two, Beggio, Rytabris, going further and further out ahead. Fastest lap for Gianluca Beggio. Italian driver there. Driving a Kali chassis, Rotax engine. 7th in the European Championship. 8th in the World Championship. There's another big accident there. Someone goes end over end. Didn't have time to see who it was. We see it again in slow motion. Very, very lucky to escape unhurt. We're talking about Beggio. So Beggio, very good record. World Championship last year, 91. So he's leading the race at the moment. Please rejoin us after this break.
Eurosport. In the wet, you can't choose a better tire than a Unimoil.
No more messy dripping paintbrushes. Discover the ultimate paint kit. Just pour the paint into the recipient, glide the sponge over the wheel, and you're ready to go. It's great for walls, ceiling corners, or difficult trims. Paint window trims, unreachable places, radiator pipes, and corners with ease. Wall washing becomes clean and simple with this. So easy to use and so economical. Painting perfection at its best.
Unser Produkt hat Ihnen gefallen? Dann rufen Sie uns gleich an.
Call us now to order. You can find products such as this one every morning at 7:30 on Eurosport.
Welcome back to the final part of our coverage of the 1992 European FIA Kart Championship. And we see this man, Gianluca Beggio, leading the final race of the afternoon here at Valence, in the south of France. Number 8, Milton Ritabris from Sweden. One driving a Kali chassis, the other driving a Burro chassis. Very distinctive diamond overalls of this man Beggio. Beggio, who's from Milan, 7th in the European Championships, 8th in the World Championships, 25th in the World K Championships last year. And making his mark already here at Valence on this very sunny Sunday afternoon, Easter Sunday afternoon, in the Rhone Valley. Great big battle though still going on behind third place. At the moment it's looking as if Bites is getting the better of everyone. Number 1 behind them there, 1991 world champion Jarno Trulli. Jarno Trulli from Italy. Tying at number 1, a great big moment there though for him, that was Trulli. Just talking about him, he had a huge slide. Looks definitely out of it this afternoon. 31 there, we're looking at 31 Bites. Leading that group, he's holding a third. No, there's a big spin. Who's that pushed out? Number 2, Alessandro Manetta. He's spun out. He was a 1991 World Championship runner-up. He is spun out of the race. Bit of a contretemps there with the former champion, Trulli. There is Trulli there in the red overalls, having a bit of a struggle, I think, in this. He's back in 7th place at the moment. But leading that third place group is that man Bites, Ludovic Bites from France, from Saint-Agrève. Big battle behind them. Number 18 we saw just there, holding a wonderful slide, Kelly Zemmerstrom from Sweden. So hard fighting all the way down the field in these groups, and it always leads to tears. Number 9, Eric Seidler from Switzerland, Offenbach in Switzerland, still hanging on grimly to the tail of Bites, Ludovic Bites. Bites and CRG Rotax kart, Seidler CRG Atom engine, as an Atom engine. Atomic kart. An enormous battle for that place. Changes yet again. We see Seidler Just heading the bunch. Seidler now from Bikes. And behind him, moving up now, Jarno Trulli. Trulli is moving up a place. Pushing his way inside there. Goes right inside. Number 29 there. John David Target from Austria. Oh, it's a great big moment there again. Very, very lucky to keep the kart on the island. And we see Trulli making a bid for that third place. Trulli trying to take third place away now from Eric Seidler. Right through the inside, lifts up a back wheel, goes right past all of them, but loses that place back. That's just given number 31 there, Bites, a chance to get back inside. The Seidler, Bites, and at this moment, we look out in the slow motion, the three cars side by side. Big disappointment there for number 44, Jason Watt from Denmark. He's out of the running. There's the order at the moment. Segio from Ritabis. And just look at this train of karts fighting over this third place. This reigning world champion, Jarno Trulli of Italy, in his Alcart Parilla, leading that bunch, but we're not forgetting, of course, that out front at the moment is Gianluca Beggio, way out front ahead with Milton Ritabris. And another big effort there. That's John David Target going through. He goes through on the inside of the world champion Trulli. Trulli can do nothing about it. Ludovic Bites still there in third in that bunch. Fifth place, so we're looking at the battle for third, fourth and fifth places with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th behind them in that group. 10 cars, 8 carts in that group. The two leaders now way ahead of everyone else. Halfway through the race. 22 laps, remember. And that's a great big that's Trulli. That's the world champion, Jarno Trulli. He's gone off on the outside of that long hairpin. That was a very, very strange mistake for this man to make. Went very, very wide on the corner and slid off into the gravel, out of the race. Obviously quite disgusted himself. He walked away from it. Which, of course, leaves John David Target there in kart number 29 from Ludovic Bites at the moment. But it's changing every moment. Number 9, Eric Seidler. And behind him, 43, Marco Genis. Marco Genis from Spain. Finished second in the first race. Big push there. And Genis coming around the outside. They're having a go, these three all having a go to each other. Seidler, Target and Genis climbing over each other. Crowd absolutely captivated by this battle, but look at this, way out front is that man, Gianluca Beggio from Milan. No opposition now, even the man who was chasing him for second place. Milton Ritabris of Sweden, fallen back, and he's out entirely on his own now. Look at that. Gianluca Beggio. There is the second place man, that is Ritabris behind him. And there's obviously nothing is going to be able to stop this Italian today. Going for the maximum points. He won the first race, got his 15 points. He's heading for 15 points in this race. Likewise, Ritabris second in the first race, and he is also heading for those points. Ritabris, I should say, rather third in the first race because Genis was second. Problem there, that's number 14, that's Ralph Furman. That is the young son, Ralph Furman, 16-year-old son of the, 18-year-old son of the man who builds Van Diemen karts in England, Ralph Furman as well, same name. Coming to a halt there. Comes from Attleborough, Snetterton. Not having a terribly good race, he was in 7th place just then when he retired. That was lap 15 he retired on. As we continue to watch this man, Gianluca Beggio. So very, very professional performance by this man in this very important year for kart racing. Long and honourable history kart racing. It's been going basically since August 1956 when an American serviceman called Art Ingalls put a lawnmower engine on a kart chassis, brought it over to Britain in 1957. They started racing at Long Marston near Tring. I know that because I went to some of those early races, seeing Graham Hill, Sterling Moss, Norman Ward, Roger Keel, people like that racing. 1962 it was taken over by Jean-Louis Blest internationally when FISA founded the CIK, the World Karting Federation. 1978 it was set up again when Busse became president, and it's now become a very, very professional series. As you heard, Prost, Senna, Patrese, Schumacher, Piquet, Fittipaldi, all these drivers very much learning their racecraft in kart racing and going on to become world champions. And we still watch this wonderful place for battle for third place. It keeps changing. It's third place, fourth place, 1 minute for Bites and for Target and for Genis. 31 they were looking at, that is Bites. Ludovic Bites of France, still leading this group. Behind him there, 43. That is Marco Genis. Number 5 behind them. Charlotte Hellberg, the only lady in the race at the moment. Charlotte Hellberg from Sweden, from Norrköping. One of the leading lady drivers in the world. Just push back a bit there. So at the moment, Marco Genis of Spain from Girona leading that bunch, but here is our race leader as we're getting quite close to that checkered flag, I believe. Number 39 in fine style, Gianluca Beggio. Two laps to go, and behind him we just saw in the picture there, number 8, Milton Guitabris of Sweden in second place. He can do nothing about this man. In fact, I think Beggio is now beginning to ease the pace a little because Guitabris is no longer attacking. Just driving defensively now, both to protect their lead and second positions. So this is going to be the man to watch out for, I think, over the next few months. As we told you, there's 4 rounds of the European Championship in all. This Bridgestone supported series. This is the first round. Luxembourg, May the 10th. Belgium, June the 21st, same weekend as Le Mans. Holland, July the 12th, which is the final round. And as we also mentioned, the World Championship, the one event World Championship, Ugento, Italy, on September the 20th. Eurosport will be covering all the European races, bringing you more action like the action here from Valence in France. And there we are, 1 lap to go. There goes the signal from the man with the checkered flag. And all that Beggio has to do now is just drive that kart gently home. There he is, he takes the checkered flag. Beggio takes the maximum score, 15 points times 2, which gives him 30 points. Guitabris second with a 3rd place and a 2nd place to give him 23 points. And 3rd on the points will be Ludovic Bites. Right, who finished 5th in the 2nd race, but 4th in the 1st. So he gets the 16 points in third place. A very, very fine drive by this young man, Gianluca Beggio. Very fine drive by Bites as well, and of course by Rutabris. These three way ahead of the rest of the field. So a very eventful, very exciting first round of the FIA 1992 European Kart Championship. As the karts going for weighing, difference between Formula 1 and karting being you drive your car back to the pits in Formula 1, you carry them back in karting. And there is the final classification of that race, the Formula K final. Beggio, Rutabris, Target, Janis, right, and that lady driver, Charlotte Hellberg of Sweden, finishing in 6th place. So, there goes Beggio with the Italian flag, very proudly showing it off. A man to watch. You may remember back in the old days, Bruno Giacomelli had a very similar coloured helmet, diamonds all over it. Perhaps this man is going to follow in his footsteps. So, that's the end of our coverage this weekend from the European Kart Championships. As I say, Eurosport would bring you the whole series this year. I hope you'll join us for them. We're going to see some exciting racing, and these have been the people to watch out for. So Jarno Turi cleaning up in the Formula A, and Beggio in Formula K. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at further European kart racing here on Eurosport.